So for my last night in Cebu before leaving for Bohol, I caught up with some old friends that I met in Siargao last year. We were at this place called Hostel 7.
Sometimes I ride, sometimes I hide. For you.
It's always a good time seeing those guys. It's like so crazy.
Oh my god!
Had one too many red horses and woke up the next morning with a crazy headache. But the next morning, woke up early to catch the ferry to Bohol, which is a 2-hour boat ride. Bohol is just located east of Cebu, which is this big island that you can just take a ferry. The main reason I wanted to check this place out was because of this place called the Chocolate Hills, which are these super identical round hills that are spread across. It looks like there's 1,000 of them. This is what I've seen when I'm like singing karaoke, and in the background there's always some kind of images from the Philippines, and this was always one of them, the Chocolate Hills that I've seen every time. Checked into this hostel called BALILI OASIS. So this was a super cool hostel. It was like a 19th century house from like the Spanish ages, it looks like, and they converted it into a hostel, which is a super cool place. The inside still has the old furniture and old pictures and a lot of different artifacts from that era. It kind of felt like going back into the past a little bit. So what was crazy was I posted this picture that I was checked in at Bohol here in the room, and then the girl that was in the bunk next to mine in the Mad Monkey Hostel said that she was here also, and I had no idea. So it worked out perfectly also because we all got to hang out together. So it was me, Layla, Lucy, and this guy Pete that I met in the bunk underneath mine at this new hostel. We all got a crew together to take some motorbikes around the island and check out all the places. The first place that we stopped at was at this place, one of the Tarsier sanctuaries. So these apparently are the smallest primates in the world. It's so crazy to see. They're so tiny. Without the help of the guides pointing out where they're at on the trees, they're almost just like the size of your fist. They move so slowly, and their eyes are super big. And what's weird is that you have to be really quiet. You have to not really disrupt them, or else they'll get stressed out too much. And if they get stressed out too much, they'll commit suicide. And I had to look this up, how they commit suicide. They bang their head against the tree, and that's how they kill themselves, which is the craziest thing in the world. They're like a super shy and stressed out species that are the tiniest primates in the world. The next stop was the LOBOC River, where you can eat lunch on a boat and they'll just cruise up and down this river. It was kind of a touristy thing to do, but it was so fun just being, you know, with new friends and, you know, having a good time.
Yeah. Oh wait, not the juice.
Yeah, swallow those carrots.
But it was more of like a cultural thing. They had dancing and singing. They do a traditional dance called tinikling with these bamboo sticks. They're running around this while they're clapping these sticks together. Yeah, one false move and you can easily get whacked in the ankle. I bet that would hurt so bad.
The tiny one. See how big this is.
When we were driving through, all of a sudden you see all these trees go up like a cave at the very top. They're just like touching each other like the roof of a house. So I guess it's called the man-made forest because just as the name suggests, it was made by man. It was a reforestation project by the government that I read about 30 years. I guess through the course of time, it just created this forest that was just kind of like a mystical place.
We're good. I heard something. I think it's
Is it a bumblebee? Yeah, I know, it's following me.
I hear it somewhere. It's a cool place.
Yeah, driving through it was probably the coolest thing. It's almost like driving through a tunnel, just all made of trees. So we arrived at the Chocolate Hills around, I think, right before sunset. It was kind of different than what I expected. I thought there would be 1,000 right in front of you, but they're actually spaced out so far away. So just by the cameras, you could just see kind of the main couple big ones right in front, and then in the back, it looks like, you know, the landscape has thousands of these hills.
Let me change this.
Just need this right here. This is 40%.
But it was definitely a cool place. You know, it makes you wonder how these were even created and why they were made like this to begin with. I think the coolest thing was taking the motorbike down. As we were leaving, on the side of the road, you're just seeing the Chocolate Hills right on my side. It was probably one of the best views that I've seen of the Chaga Hills, just rolling down on the bike. So I think one of the best feelings was the drive back. There was this long stretch of road and just this huge field, and then you could see the sun out in the distance about to set, and we're just on this motorbike going super fast, and you could see this sight, and you know, it reminded me of why I'm traveling in the first place. Like, these are the things that I want to experience, and these are the things I want to see. You know, it gives me that, you know, that feeling of, you know, I'm out here. I'm actually out here doing this. I'm not, you know, locked up at work in an office. I'm actually, you know, living the life. This is what I wanted for a really long time. Not thinking about what's next, or, you know, what to worry about, you know, back home. This is just purely living the moment. You have to, you know, spend the time here wisely. You know, we got one life, so you gotta experience as many things as possible. I think travel definitely helps you do that.
Down through the centuries, the notion that life is wrapped in a dream has been a pervasive theme of philosophers and poets. So doesn't it make sense that death too would be wrapped in dreams?
By the end, it was already nightfall, so we were planning to go check out some fireflies. They have a fireflies tour where you take you on a boat and go through the mangrove forest. And apparently there's some fireflies that you can see thousands of in these trees flying around. But unfortunately the moonlight was out, so it was a little bit harder to see all these fireflies, but you could still see these blinking yellow dots at night in the sky. But it was an awesome way to end the day.
I have often puzzled about what it must be like.
So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you haven't yet to the channel, and leave a thumbs up. Stay tuned for the next video as we go to Panglao, where I spend the next couple of days. So we'll see you guys later.